the space siren who's heating up things for the crew on the Star Trek Voyager. Here she is, the new star of that great series. Here's Jeri Ryan. Hi, Jeri. I'm Regis, and this is Kathie Lee.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Jeri, now let me get this straight. You know, I have trouble following the Star Trek Voyager thing because who's a Borg, who's a human? I just can't get it.
Who's female?
Yeah.
Well,
you are what? Half?
I am a former Borg.
A former Borg?
I was a human being who was assimilated into the Borg at the age of 6. So I was essentially raised by a Borg. Yeah, pretty much. That's sort of how the Borg reproduce. They
so the
take
body's
another
human.
species. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the Borg is part, let's see, how do I describe them? They're part mechanical, part human.
Yeah.
Or whatever species it is, part organic.
But where are these Borgs from? Borgland? Where are they from?
The Delta Quadrant is sort of their homeland.
The Delta Quadrant, gotcha, fine. Now and your name is kind of confusing too.
Yeah, the Borg don't have names like we have names. They have designations because they're very efficient.
And your designation is?
7 of 9, tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
Aha!
But that is the hardest part of your job, isn't it? All this Trek
technobabble.
Yeah, the technobabble.
Kills me.
Yeah.
It's the hardest dialogue I've ever had to
Do you write things down different places and?
Yeah, I was determined in the beginning I'm not going to use cheat sheets. I'm going to, I can't do it. It's like learning a foreign language. I had to memorize Russian for the last show I was in, Dark Skies. And it's very similar to this. I'm just learning random syllables because these words don't mean anything if you've never heard them before.
But they mean something to the Trekkies,
They
boy.
do.
They take
and
I
mean, they do have meanings. And now I have, all the Star Trek dictionaries so I can look up what I'm saying and understand it. But yes, I do use cheat sheets sometimes.
She just came back from one of those Trekkie conventions this weekend
I thought
in Florida,
I did,
right?
my first convention.
And how was it?
It was a lot of fun.
You survived.
I did survive. I did survive. I was wondering.
What are those fans like? Are they slightly weird, or are they?
They're very sweet. I mean, it's not a tough room to play, let me tell you. You could trip over your own feet, and they would, yay! I mean, they just love anyone remotely associated with Star Trek. That's so sweet.
This thing around your eye, did that happen after you became half a Borg?
Yes, I used to have a laser over my eye when I was full Borg. So that's sort of, residual Borgness.
Yeah, a little Borg. And what about this costume? They say it was terribly tight.
This one is actually not the one that was ridiculous. That was the Borg. For the first 2 episodes, I was a Borg, which is, mechanical and heavy rubber suit. And it was very snug around the neck once the prosthetic. I had a bald cap. I had a latex bald cap, which is about a ½ inch thick. So when it was fitted to my bare neck.
Yeah.
So once the latex prosthetics were on, it was too tight.
Well, the poor baby passed out 4 times.
This is a mother of a 3-year-old. Do you believe that with that body? Good for you.
We're going to pause. We'll come right back. Say goodbye now to all you Borgies out there. Star Trek Voyager is on Wednesday nights now at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on the UPN. Jeri, thank you very much.
Some members of our studio audience